John Lennon's explosive rage was well known. Friends, business associates, and other musicians were frequently the targets of his tantrums because of how well they knew him. He had a well-deserved reputation for being a pain to collaborate with, and he was truly tested by one Beatles tune. Collaboration was never Lennon's strong suit. He supposedly didn't care much for the songs written by his colleagues, a trait that was on full display in the documentary Get Back. His music came first, and he was very protective of his work in progress and finished album. The burden of this seems to have fallen most on George Harrison. Although Lennon and McCartney were considered principal songwriters, Harrison's input proved crucial, resulting in timeless hits like Here Comes the Sun, Something, and While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Lennon and Harrison collaborated extensively to refine the guitar tones on Rubber Soul in 1965, especially on Norwegian Wood. However, Lennon's patience wore thin as they battled to get the desired sound. The process was far from seamless. Lennon was keen for Harrison to add the sitar into the tune, as he had just started playing with it. However, his tolerance was wearing thin as they went through several variants. He went on to say that his fury built up as they tried numerous times to persuade Harrison to perform a certain portion on the sitar, despite his repeated requests. His bandmates ultimately gave in and let him take over. When asked about Harrison adding the sitar portion, Lennon said that he played guitar loudly into the microphone while singing at the same time. Despite his lack of skill, Harrison was eager to try playing the guitar. He studied the part that Lennon had written and recorded it in many takes. Harrison continued to irritate Lennon even after Rubber Soul. After the Beatles broke up, he was unflinching in his criticism of the guitarist, which he maintained over the years. Although his abilities had grown with experience, he had spent years studying under two brilliant songwriters, so he still hadn't created Harrison's finest work, he said. Between himself and McCartney, Lennon clearly considered himself the more talented of the two. But he did recognize his ego, saying that their dominant personalities may have been an obstacle for Harrison, but that, in his opinion, was just part of the fun.